welcome to Adri and Friends, a podcast about our experiences in Oxford Real.
What's your first memory here in Oxford?
I mean, in like coming here, probably like the most prominent one is seeing the Big Ben and the London Eye from the plane. But then arriving, meeting Martina and Victoria, because we kind of coincided. Yeah, and it was really cool because then I just stuck with them and then we became close really fast.
I remember that the first day I saw you and I was like, oh wait, are you Spanish? I forgot your name really fast and I'm really sorry for that. But I remember Martina because, classic. And then I remember that I met you again, like in quotes, when we were in a circle trying to learn each other's name for this game that was basically like a small satanic ritual. And it was really fun for me because I like your name is kind of literally like the name of a friend of mine, so I was like, yeah, last name and everything.
You put me in the circle and I lost because of you.
Exactly.
That's my one of my first memories too. Memories is seeing you with Martina and then also you like leaving me to die there and we barely knew each other, and then that's kind of I think how we became close because you just like from the beginning we just had the relationship like that.
Yeah, it was kind of like love-hate but more love and hate in a way. Like every time
like sibling type of thing.
Exactly. Like every time I would look at you and be like, hey, that's Clara, I would just go running and like tackle you / choke you, and that was really, really fun for me and you, I guess, right?
For me a bit less, but sure.
Okay. And what was your first impression of like the course?
The course at first I was a bit like, what's going on? But as we moved, like, because the introduction it's a bit weird because you're awkward and then you're like, what's going on? And you're trying to like figure out, and like then you're with all these new people and that kind of stuff. But then as we moved into the second day, I started kind of getting the hang of it. The people, like, we started acting more normal, like boarding school type of style. I like describe it like that, but like if we knew each other every day for like a year. And I really liked it, and I started like really enjoying it and like finding that it's a really, because I came here mostly because I want to study journalism in the future, and this kind of showed me like how it would be like a pre-college journalism course. Yeah,
and that's great. And I feel like we also learned a lot about like real life, like as you said, kind of like a boarding school kind of thing, because like having a 1 hour lunch break, it really gives you like life skills. Like you have to run back and like get your sandwich and then get your salad or whatever. And it was so great having like a small stash of food. Like there was surprisingly like 15
your
pounds.
Beans.
My beans, my pasta, my Greek bread, all for 15 pounds. No sponsorship though. And it was awesome. It was great. And like I remember that once we went to Wendy's and I had to run back because I was so scared because I would be late back to the thing. And it was an interesting experience.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, in general I really like it, and it's like, I don't know, personal relationships and like instead of the academic experience, more in like what you build, what you like, how we didn't really expect. Like we were all so nervous and like we didn't really expect, like a lot of people that I've met came in with the attitude like, oh, we're never gonna see each other again, who cares? And now people are like, yeah, of course I'm gonna see you, because it's like after being 24/7 together for 2 weeks, you can't just break those bonds. And so I don't know, I think that was like, and I think even like us, like the first day, I think it's also because we're both Spanish, so Spanish people kind of do that a lot. Because I also notice it with the other Spanish people, and we like, you just click and you just act like siblings and like family, and it's really cool. And I think with all of them, even with my blog, like I talked with them, but I didn't really get close with them until, I don't know, Friday from last week. Like, yeah, not like in the middle, like I started off not really knowing anyone in my block, and then I got close to them, and now I just barge into the room whenever and I take water and lemonade.
Yeah, lemonade.
Even if they're not there.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I had a similar experience, but I started like really enjoying the company of my neighbors
Yeah.
when I needed like a shampoo at the middle of the night, or when they had to cover me because I was, showering
Yeah.
in my room and I didn't answer a roll call thing.
We're never gonna tell the counselors this. This is between us
Yeah,
and the
this is-
podcast and the people listening.
Listeners, snitchers, what? No.
Snitches get stitches. Ooh, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, of course. Ask me a question.
Yay. How do you feel about it ending?
Well, I feel like, as you said, it was everything was so unpredictable, like about the bonds and stuff, right? So when I met, very important people in my life, I mean, I always thought that okay, whatever, this person's never gonna be my friend because I messed up the first encounter and first impressions count. But then I became closer to all of these people that I kind of messed up the first encounter with.
Did you meet me? Well, you didn't really mess up.
I mean, I forgot your name like 3 times, but it's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, but I feel like, and because I became more attached to you guys, I started like forgetting about how much I messed up, and now I'm so thankful for those mistakes, and now I don't want to leave like ever.
Yeah.
Like I want to just stay in my room, laying on my bed.
Yeah.
Like surrounded by my friends, talking about things.
It's really like you're like, it's really weird because it seems like it's been such a short time, but then with people you're like, I've met them all my life. Like I'm literally like at boarding school, and it's so weird how close and how it's like
fast.
How fast you get close to people, and how like you, even though maybe I've met you less than some of my friends from Greece, because I moved to schools not that long ago. It feels like I've met you longer.
Yes, I agree. I feel like, it's like this instant connection
Yeah.
that makes you feel like you met this person before.
And it's really cool that at the beginning we were all new, so it was also, I thought it was going to be super awkward, and it wasn't, because everyone was new, so everyone was just laughing at each other for forgetting names, and it was all chill, and like no one really cared that you forgot their name, and instead we were just laughing that people would forget names.
They probably forgot yours too. And I felt like, for me, it was kind of funny because also I thought that people were gonna be really awkward because you can expect a large group of teenagers to engage in this quote unquote fun activities without like pulling out their phone and be like, look, Instagram, TikTok,
I think the phone thing, that we didn't have phones at first, helped a lot for the icebreakers.
Yes, it's so true.
Because it was like, sure, this is ridiculous, but it's something, and it's getting like, it's very ridiculous. We're playing Duck Duck Goose.
Yes.
But, we got close. I mean, you and me, that's how we got close. And then after that, you just remembered my name, and we like stuck together after that, and you just got stuck with me. But yeah.
Unfortunately. Just kidding. No.
Yeah, unfortunately for me. But yeah, I don't know. I think the phone thing helped a lot, because it's so easy to just connect with people over social media and just be like, oh, ha, look at this TikTok and stuff like that. And also, especially for the first few days when they were strict with the phone rule in the dining hall, it was good because like you could perfectly be like isolating yourself and not talking to people you don't know. While I think the first 3 days I sat with people. I don't know if like, I think once with you guys, but then once with someone I don't think I've talked to, but I still know them, and now I say hi to them.
Yeah.
And even if you're not close to them, you meet people and you're like, okay, cool,
Well, it was a pleasure having you in the podcast.
Thank you.
And
It
you're
better be a pleasure,
yeah, or else,
or else I'll be dead.
Exactly. No, just kidding. No violence tolerated here.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just talk like this. It's
Yeah,
fine.
it's fine. It's
Love you.
love you.
Hi, Pat.
Hi.
Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah. Nice to meet you too.
Okay, yeah. We had like one week to meet each other, but
Yes.
What was the reasoning behind choosing this course?
Well, there is a lot of reasons behind it, but one of the main things is that I am interested in social media, and I just want to know how social media works. And in the description of the course, it claims that we will go in depth about social media and like some sort of like algorithm, and I'm very interested in that because when I grow up, I want to I want to create a business where I can sell my products through social media or anything thing related to social media, so I think it's crucial for me to learn the basics so I can understand more in-depth knowledge about social media and might help me with my job and I might be successful with it.
What are your takeaways from the course? Like overall, the whole camp.
Take my takeaways. Well, starting from the course, I learned new things about like social media and stuff also. But like from this course, this summer camp, one of the main crucial things is probably meeting new friends, making a lot of new friends with different backgrounds, and I got to travel. Well, not like travel. I went in town a lot and like I explore new things and new culture, and I experienced new amazing things which you don't really see in Thailand, and also foods. And one of the unexpected things I wasn't think about is that how good the food in Oxford can be, because my mom always says that you go to Europe, the food won't be good as like your home country. I disagree with that because yesterday I have an ice cream which is very good, and the day before I have the pizza, and I went around in town and I got so many things. And I really like the environment here, and also going out with friends is making twice more fun, and I really enjoy it.
Yeah, and I feel like one of the greatest takeaways as well was probably going to the Minions movie and like how everybody dressed up like after being in the great debate, how all of our necks were probably broken from looking down so much. But for me, it was probably like the best experience I had with you guys.
Yeah. You too.
Yeah, it was so awesome. Like when we went to the Stonehenge and when we participated in all the the silent disco, for example.
Yeah, silent disco. Yeah, it's really, it was unexpected. Well, also it's better than I thought actually.
Yeah, I mean, I think that probably one thing that I would remember forever is how we really learned how to be grown-ups in here,
Yeah.
Is like being responsible, following like a schedule, because you also have to really follow a sleep pattern that fits you, that suits you, and also balance social and academic life. And I feel like if I would have stayed in Paraguay and you would have stayed in Thailand, we probably wouldn't have experienced that in such a crucial time.
Yep. And I agree with that because when you came here, you need to be extra independent of your own. You need to take care of yourself. And like the very first day I came here, it's quite stressful because like I'm not used to the environment and the people here. I remember calling my mom that I want to go home so bad. But then after Tuesday, I think I found friends. I met you, and my course in here is a lot better. I have so much fun, and the time went past so quick. And I don't want the course to end anymore.
Yeah, me neither. It was like so weird because, as you said, it was like wishing that it was over already because you have nobody and you're like extra independent. But then once you realize that it's so much fun and you meet so new people that you feel like you've known forever, you kind of wish it never ends. You kind of regret having that thought, like that wish that everything would end. And I feel like, especially because the quote unquote expiry date of this is coming so near, like we extremely value those things even more.
We have to spend a lot of time, as much as possible.
Yes. And and I feel like it's so great how sometimes the shower doesn't work and like hot water doesn't exist for 3 days.
And you're showering in cold water.
Yeah. As well as the weird electricity sound, which Yep, that's the noise. That's how I go to sleep. And the fact that the light exploded in my room the other day, but it was fine. It's fun.
Yeah, we have a lot of different experiences. I fought a lot with a lot of spiders in my room. There's like tens of them, and I just use a wet tissue and just throw on the cobwebs, which is fine.
Yeah. I mean, I think that my neighbor had a similar experience. She was screaming in the middle of the night, like, and and I had to go there like twice because I was filming an audio with my parents, and that and her screaming was like in the background.
Yeah.
And that was probably like one of the biggest highlights, being in this room. Which, by the way, is really fun because you have like a small sauna going on, greenhouse effect kind of thing. And
Echo.
yeah, it's kind of like a small microwave, but organic. I seem to hear that it's kind of a trend right now, So I just put like my beans and my weird pasta in snap pots, and now I have a really cool be good to yourself thing going on. It's like it's kind of a noodle soup. But the thing is that I don't have hot water, and also the kitchen is locked. But I
That's
know.
a problem. Yeah, we can enjoy the meal anyway. You have Nutella to put on your Greek bread and
Like Greek bread, weird pasta.
Yep. Beans, yeah.
Beans, and like forks from random restaurants, and also the canteen in my room. Yeah, sharing is caring.
Yep. So thank you for interviewing me. It's been a pleasure to talk with you.
Yes,
and
same.
I hope you have a very great day today.
Yeah, you too. I hope we can talk soon, and see you later.